Hi guys! Hello good people! And to my Korean friends, 안녕! 안녕하세요! Welcome back! I hope everyone is doing well and I'm back again to review another excellent foreign show. And today we are actually in South Korea, and I was gonna just start off by saying I meant to review What is Love, which has been going on Netflix. We've been getting 2 episodes every week, and actually it was supposed to end this week. But then what happened was in Korea, South Korea, they had a typhoon, and the way it works is they have to air it first in Korea before we get it in the United States. So because of the typhoon, they had to interrupt the regular programming for weather, so people did not get to see the episode What is Love, so it was pushed to this week. So we got episode 15 last week, and then this week we're gonna get episode 16 and we can finish it off, so watch out for that one. I'll be reviewing that next weekend. But in the meantime, I was like, why not come on here and review, those shows we called an oldie but a goodie, meaning it's an old one, but it's so good. And you know what I mean. If you've ever seen shows that you really, really love, it doesn't matter how many times you see it over and over and over and over. It's just great. I mean, if you're on TV and you're flipping and you see one of your favorite shows, like for example, I love Pride and Prejudice, right? If I'm scrolling along and I see Pride and Prejudice, it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. It doesn't matter how many times I've seen remakes of it. I will stop and I will watch like I have never seen it before, just because it's so good. And today I have one of those. And I feel like I need to do more of these because there's so much stuff that we've watched before that are just good shows that we go back and watch over and over. And this is one of them. It's called The Inheritors, although in Korea they call it The Heirs. So if you do Google it, you may find it under Heirs or Inheritors. In Netflix, which this came out in Netflix last year, is called The Inheritors. If you go Google South Korean show, they call it Heirs, which makes sense. I guess it's people who inherit something, right? So anyway, let's get started with this one. And the reason why I also wanted to show this one is I also know most of my viewers who are American are also getting into K-dramas, just like I am. So for my Korean friends, you guys probably saw this and you're just like, oh, and it's old, it's from 2013. But to my American friends who are just getting into K-dramas, they're just like, give me more. And we want to suggest shows that we've seen in the past that are good that they can watch, and I felt like this is one of those, like, it has to be in your playlist. Inheritors was one of those that, oh my god, you just want to watch it over and over and over, different episodes depending on what's going on. So this show has actually one of our favorite actors. If you watch any K-drama, this would have to be one of your favorite actors. It has Min-ho, who, by the way, we just saw him. He did a show this year, 2020. He was in The King, Eternal Monarch. I reviewed that. Please check it down below. Excellent show. It had a very complicated storyline about 2 worlds happening at the same time. Very, very interesting. So check that out. He did an excellent job. However, he's in this one. He's the lead character, obviously. And also in this show, we also meet Park Shin-hye, who is another very famous actress in the Korean world. If you watch any K-dramas, you've seen a lot of her. I mean, she was in Memories of Alhambra. I saw her, obviously she was in this one. She was in Vagabond. I saw her in that one. She's done a lot of stuff. Hey, my Korean friends, suggest more shows that Lee Min-ho and Park Shin-hye have been, because they've been in a lot of shows, and most of them tend to be very, very good. Anyway, The Inheritors is about obviously Lee Min-ho's character, and his name in the show is Kim Tan, and he and his brother come from a very wealthy family. His brother is being played by Choi Jin-hyuk, also a very excellent actor. And his father is a wealthy guy, and obviously he wants them to inherit his wealth. Unfortunately, his dad is one of those, for lack of better words, a father from hell, okay? And you know what I mean. Which, by the way, he reminded me a lot about that other show we watched, Something in the Rain. Remember that mother who was like a mother from hell? He is the equivalent of father from hell. And actually the dad is being played by Jug Dong-hwan. Excellent actor, by the way. Really good actor. I've seen him also in many other Korean dramas. So the father is like, you want to inherit my money, you're going to have to do it my way. And he wants to control everything, including their love life. Okay? And really, that's where you really it shows how evil, I'm sorry, but he's so evil in how he treated his sons. He would not let them marry who they loved. He wants them to marry people who are also wealthy, so that they can keep that wealth, if you will. The wealth can continue to climb. And as we see in the show, the firstborn son, who is the brother to Kim Tan, is in love with another girl. And because of him obviously being the first son, he's the one who's next in line to take over the throne. He has to pretty much give up his love of his life to follow what his dad would like, for him to marry somebody else that his dad would like him to have. And that was a very interesting section to watch. However, Kim Tan, who is the second born son, first of all, they kind of make him sound like he was kind of a troubled boy, kind of does not want to listen to dad. So what do? They send him to United States. So actually, when the show first opens, this was shot in the US, in California, and I believe that is Santa Monica Beach. So when you watch the show, you will see it's Santa Monica. Let's take a look at that. As you can see, they're on the beach. That was definitely Santa Monica. I believe I even saw the Santa Monica pier. As you watch in the show, you do see that's where they get started. And what happens is Park Shin-hye's character, who in the show is called Ju-eun, is living with her mother, who, by the way, is being played by one of our favorite actresses who plays mothers on most of our favorite Korean shows. Her mom is Kim Mi-Kyung. I love her. She's in so many Korean dramas playing as a mother. And my Korean friends, if you want to comment how many shows you can list of all the shows she's been in. I mean, I can list Hi Bye Mama. She was in that one. She was in It's Okay to Not Be Okay, which, by the way, I reviewed. She was excellent in that. She was in Another Miss O. So good. She's such an excellent actress. Anyway, so Cha-yoon's character is living with a mom. And by the way, the mom plays, she is deaf. And obviously, they're just trying to make it. They're not very wealthy. Their sister went to United States in hopes of, I think, an education, and hopefully would end up helping them. But it seems like once she got to United States, all she's doing is asking for money over and over. And the mom keeps working so hard and sending the money. And finally, she gets tired of it. She's like, why is my sister keep going, asking for money? And mom is working so hard, it's just doesn't make no sense. So she decides, I'm gonna go see her in America and find out what is going on. Like, what are you doing with your life? And when she got there, finds the sister is a waitress, actually at the beach, in a restaurant at the beach in Santa Monica, and has an American boyfriend. And let's just say, you can tell she's struggling, right? and she's taken all their money. And when she sees her sister, she's like, what are you doing here? You know, and then she's like, I came to see you and find out what's going on because we're struggling so much and we keep sending you money and we can't keep doing that, you know? So then the sister is like, first of all, is not happy. She was surprised that she showed up. And then second of all, she's like, you're gonna have to go back home. I have nowhere for you to even stay. What are you gonna do, you know? So they kind of get into an argument, and then all of a sudden, she goes back to find her sister, and the boyfriend is like, we broke up, she's not here anymore. And she can't find her sister, and she's stranded. While she was at the beach fighting with her sister, Kim Tan's character sees her and be like, what are those two Korean girls fighting about, right? So he kind of notices her. And then as she's fighting with her sister, she's kind of at the beach, kind of upset, and then somebody bumps into her and drops everything, and Kim Tan comes to help, and that's how they become friends. And then he's the one who helps to drive her to the sister's would-be apartment, only to find out she doesn't live there. The boyfriend is like, she doesn't live here anymore, we broke up. So she's stranded, like, what am I gonna do? I'm in America, barely have any money, because the money that she had, the sister took and ran. So then Kim Tan is like, well, come stay with me until you decide to go back. And obviously, because he's a wealthy boy, he lives in this huge, big mansion in LA. And clearly it's like, this boy has money. And so obviously it's not a K-drama. One thing leads to another. They become very close, and he falls head over heels with her. Like, he is so in love, right? But then the girl has to go back to Korea. So she ends up leaving back to Korea, and then he's like, I'm going back. I'm going back to Korea, and I'm gonna go find her. Obviously, he goes back to Korea, but what you don't know is the fact that her mom, who's deaf, by coincidence, works for Kim Tan's family as the housekeeper, okay? So he had thought, you know, he had been looking for Cha-yoon's character and just couldn't find her. And then all of a sudden, she shows up in her house, in his house, and he's like, what are you doing here? And then she's like, why are you here? And then they put two and two together. Oh, your mom works for us as the housekeeper. And then obviously he's like, I love you. I want this relationship to go on, until the father finds out about it, and he is like, H to the no. There is no way. There's no way you are gonna date the girl or the housekeeper. So really it's a case of classism, right? There's no way the daughter of the housekeeper can marry the daughter of this rich guy. So really the whole show, it's pretty much them fighting for their love, with the father doing everything in each and everything to make sure they break off. To the point where there's one point the father is like, look, I know you're struggling at school. I will pay for your tuition. I will even pay for your college. And you know your mother can't afford, okay? But the only thing I ask is that you leave my son alone, okay? And the son doesn't want to hear. The son is like, you have to tell me. There's no way you can leave me just because of my dad. And then his dad is like, oh, you think you know, huh? I'm gonna make it hell for you. And boy, by the way, this show has a lot of actors that we know, excellent actors. It has Kim Woo-bin, excellent actor. He actually acts, he's also loves Chan Yu-sung's character as well. So there's a rival between him and Kim Tan fighting for her love. That was really excellent to see. It has Park Hyung-sik. He was in Strong Girl Bonsung, excellent show. We also see Ha-nuel. He was in When the Chameleon Blooms, which I review down below. Please take a look at that, as well as he was also in Mi-Kyung. Take a look at that also. excellent actor. I mean, this has all the heavy hitters. It had a lot of really good actors in it, but just an excellent show. You were not gonna regret watching this. It's gonna be one of those that's gonna be on your list of must watch K-dramas. Just a really excellent show. And like I said, it's called The Inheritors or The Heirs, depending on where you Google. Take a look and watch it. If you do watch it and complete it, do comment below. Let me know what you thought. And my Korean friends, if there's others like this one that you know that we should be watching, please do let us know below. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. And as usual, please do subscribe, turn that notification button on so that the next time I'm reviewing another excellent foreign show, you are notified. And like I say, we are all over the world, right? We travel all over the world. We're in India, we're in Spain, we're in Korea, we're in Africa. So you never know where we're gonna be next time. But once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again when I review another excellent foreign show. Deuces.